This your brother, the indescribable 1981 once again. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Friday today. But this message here gonna be a little indescribable. All right. I know a lot of people see me and they see how I'm living and things that I'm doing. They probably conversation at people table, questions about what's going on with Jermaine. But my thing is this. I know when it comes to being a servant or a child of God, all of us got different missions. We on this same planet though. You know what I mean? The birds and the bees, they have different little missions on this same planet. But one thing I must say that I have to put out there, a lot of y'all not ready to live that spiritual life that y'all read about in the Bible, that y'all talk about with the prophets, the things that they went through. A lot of y'all not ready for that. And I can say that because I know a lot of people, men and women, are not willing to live in a one-room shack. They're not willing to be homeless. A lot of men and women that have children are not willing to sacrifice things in their life so that their children can see them setting good examples. Whereas if the children don't learn anything from the mother or the father, they'll eventually learn from the auntie or the uncle or, some other man or woman as far as a role model. So I make this video to let y'all know any of y'all so-called on the path of righteousness or trying to live right by the divine creator, by God, the Most High, continue to do what you do. But just know, make sure you prove to yourself first what true divinity is coming from inside yourself. That way, you don't give people advice or tell people how to live, and then they see that you're not really doing it in your own life. Anything I speak about, I'm actually living it. I'm used to taking losses. I'm used to making sacrifices. I'm used to, letting the women and the children live while I go off and be the sacrifice. You know what I mean? So to speak. For righteous purposes, not for no damn Hollywood. Hell no. So I just thought to make this video to let y'all know, man, if y'all really about that life, most people come online, they talk about, oh, you're not about that gangster life. You're not about that soldier. You ain't no thug. I'm neither one of them shits. I'm the indescribable. Everything about me can't be described because one thing gonna look odd, then another thing gonna look okay. And you gonna be like, compliment me here, but insult me there. You know what I mean? Then you gonna be waiting to hear from him here. And then next thing you know, I go to talk, you gonna go to cutting me off. Don't want to hear nothing else. If you really about this spiritual life, y'all be out here living it. I shouldn't have to come online all the time and talk to you. Because those who catch my messages and put this stuff into work, they actually doing okay. I know my situation, I spoke to y'all about me being homeless, but that don't bother me. I prepared my mind a long time ago for this. That's why you have an imagination. Your imagination is important because if you trying to imagine something that you never seen before, it's impossible. That's why the unimaginable is the best thing to happen. Because it's like, okay, if somebody show you an apple or orange, you be like, oh, I saw an apple before. Oh, I saw an orange before. Oh, I had one of them before. Oh, I know what that is. I know what type of fruit that is. Because you already know from imagination, from memory. And you can imagine anything from your memory. But what about the power of imagining something that you never imagined? That's when you receive the imagination from the Most High Creator, because you open to imagination from the unimaginable source. And when you can't imagine something, or you can't describe something, or you can't explain something, man, that's the best situation to be in. Because you can't put no label or no name or describe anything that's never before been seen. That's how I'm living my life now. It's a lot of things right now I don't know that I can't see. I can feel deep in my heart, though, that the unknown and the unseen is the best, because, shoot, when you get tired of seeing the same old thing or dressing the same way or watching the same, videos and stuff, be it on YouTube or just walking down the same street in your neighborhood, you will change for the better. And sometimes the better and the best that you're going to change for going to be something that you ain't never seen or never known. That's what make it so beautiful. So if y'all really about this spiritual life, then that means you okay with being uncomfortable with what's finna happen the next moment. You okay with being uncomfortable with somebody not filling you in on things about life or the future or any type of good news, because the things that you don't know, that you don't see, that you can't imagine, that you can't even describe or can't even speak on, that's the real spiritual world. Because to name it and to label it, we gave it, we objectified and we turn it into something we think we know because we labeled it. That's why you have people that go by many nicknames. To somebody, I might be Jaybird. To somebody, I might be Indescribable. To somebody else, I might be Jay. To somebody else, I might be Shorty. Like, everybody got a nickname that's different with somebody, but everybody gave you a nickname based on how they describing you, how you move, how you live your life. You feel me? But every now and then you come across those people who have names like, oh, Mr. Nobody, or I'm Mr. So-and-so, or, oh, I'm Mr. No Name. Because I get it. If you call by a name, you can label and identify and connect me to somebody you think that I know. But if I tell you I'm nobody, ain't got no name, you can't connect the name of me to somebody that you might think you know, especially in situations where you have false identities or mistaken identity. So it's good to play the role of just being indescribable, nobody or no name, and let people run with that. It's kind of like putting it out there in the open as to what spirit is really about. Spirit is something you can't put a name on. Spirit is not something that you do. Spirit just here, just like the atmosphere that's behind me. You know what I mean? And just moving about doing what we're doing. But spirit contains all things. And we moving in spirit and with spirit. You know what I mean? So if you're really about that spiritual life, like my girl Shavi Zane's spiritual channel, I appreciate her. She an Aries, I'm a Libra, so we the opposite. Then you'll actually live this life. Everybody can't handle this spiritual life. Look at the situation with the world. How many people like to eat bitter foods and lemons and bitter shit, bitter greens? People don't like bitter foods. How many people like to be out in the sun and just relax and calm yourself and take deep breaths? Not even all damn day, just for a few, maybe an hour or maybe 30 minutes. Not too many. They get to sitting there and feeling the first piece of sweat and a little bit of itching and first bit of, man, I'm finna go, it's hot out here. They gone, they can't sit still. So it's a chosen few that can even do real things like that. How many people could actually have children out here and sit down and be patient with these children 24/7 like a mother does, even when it drives her crazy? See, a lot of people say that they about that life or they about doing this or doing that, but when you really see a person about that life, you gonna see them doing it. While people out here complaining about the sun, I'm out here doing the damn thing, homeless. I ain't even crying about the sun. I'm glad the sun burning up and purifying. Because the sun to me is like separating the fake from the real. Those who real and they real in tune with life, the sun ain't gonna bother them and you ain't gonna never hear them complain about the sun. They'll even work in the sun. Even relax and meditate in the sun. Like it ain't nothing. Them ones who fake, talking like they about that life, they ain't gonna be able to handle the sun. They're not gonna be able to handle bitter foods. They're not gonna be able to withstand certain things that other people can withstand. Don't mean that they're better than anybody, but I mean just the basics in life now. You come outside, the sun hot, the sun make food grow, the sun burn shit up, the sun heal shit and repair shit. The sun detox shit, the sun purifies stuff. So what is it? Anything out here in nature comes from something that's inside of your nature. I'm naturally a loving person, so when I go places, I get a lot of attention. People love to give me attention. Animals love to fly around me. Birds, butterflies, honeybees. The vibration high. They can't help it. You feel me? I love being out in the sun a lot. So when people see me and they see me pouring in sweat, they think I'm dying. They think I'm suffering. They don't realize, man, I like the feeling of the sweat flowing down my face, tickling my skin. Oh, yeah, it's like a high vibration tickle when sweat flow down my face. So it be tickling sometimes when, like, I don't always itch because I'm sweating. Like, this healthy sweat. So I can't explain this to people because they not inside my body feeling what I'm feeling. Yeah. So I'm out here in the sun all day, every day doing videos. You know, sometimes I get in the shade so that the sun don't be all in the way of the camera. Because I mean, I don't know if y'all like to be blinded by the sun while I'm out here doing videos, but you know, I do my thing and I do what I do. I'm not sitting up here complaining about shit, you know. It's nothing to complain about. You know, like I say, I still got my topsoil or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I still got my feet planted, still got to plant my feet with that hot ball of light in the sky. But really, it's one inside the inner earth. You feel what I'm saying? It's people complain about how hot it is, but hey, I mean, this beautiful skin right here, this beautiful skin right here, you feel me? Oh, yeah, what it is. So, if you're really a spiritual person and you're really about that spiritual life, you will actually live, move, breathe, eat, sleep, sweat, walk, be still, have fun, get serious, be like an inner child, but still a mature adult with morals, like it's nothing, like it's a piece of cake. And people be wondering, like, man, how he able to go through life so graceful? Because when you take the good with the bad, just like the sun shine on the good and the bad, now you're living a life of true balance. People claim they have a balanced life or they live a balanced life, and they say that just to become ego buddies with partners or friends so they don't feel left out. But then when you get out there and actually get to work and get to doing what you got to do, you start to say, oh, shit, I thought I was about this life. I need to check myself more. I can't do this no more. I'll give you an example. There's a brother of mine. I haven't seen him in a while. If it be divine will, I'll run into him again. But me and my brother that I'm talking about, we got, not my, my spiritual brother. We got the same baby mother. I have a daughter from the baby mother. He has twin daughters and one son we got the same baby mother. We became best friends, never fought. We did plumbing together. And one day we had a particular job where we had to do plumbing. And he has a cousin that came with him. And his cousin that was with him, he was bragging and stuff one day. Oh. Man, you remember back in that day when I was helping doing flip? Remember that time I dug a hole, boy? I dig a hole, boy. Ain't nobody could dig a hole like me, boy, when we come to that plumbing. Ain't nobody could dig a hole like me. So, just listening to him talking. He's older than I am. I'm saying like somebody's uncle or the older class, the baby boomers and stuff, the old coons or whatever they call them. And, you're just a young whippersnapper. You don't know what we're talking about, boy. You know what I mean? Young man. So I sit there and let him brag about him digging a hole, doing the plumbing. So it's, I want to say, this was around about like 2014, maybe. Yeah, 2014. So 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was 32. We went to the house. We got to the yard. We went to digging a hole, turned the water off, checking the pipes and stuff because we plumbers. I was a plumber helper. And the sun was beaming that day. We had plenty of water. So when I went to digging right along as he went to digging, I saw him start to huffing and puffing. I saw a little sweat drop. I saw him look like he about to stumble and went to, oh shit. I used to do this. Back when I was a boy, I dig a hole. Oh, shit. Next thing I know, he went to sitting down, like taking a break, and I kept digging. So it's like, it's okay to brag and talk shit when you know yourself and you love yourself enough to be even confident. You love yourself into confidence, shall I say. Yet it's times that you can't be talking about that life that you used to live when you might have not been in the habit of actually being consistent in doing things. When you fall off sometimes, we all do. And so when we got out there and went to digging, all I could do was laugh and stuff and say to myself, I know when a lot of the older crowd or the older men and women get around the younger men and women in their 20s and 30s, a lot of times they speak and brag on things about, you don't know about this, boy. You don't know about this back in the day when we had to do this and do that. And then a lot of them don't realize that, you got children that got parents that had older souls. And then when their children are born, they have older souls. So when they come and walk up on someone young like me, oh, boy, you don't know how back in the day I used to do this, do that. And then they get out there, they not really about that life. I was steady digging while he was huffing and puffing trying to hang on. So it's like even now, a lot of people I know on earth right now can't take the summer heat. They can't take the spring or the summertime heat and weather. They can't be out in the sun all day. They can't handle it. They can't do it. They see me do it, and they know that they can't. I get insults. Oh, you gonna die. Oh, you gonna catch a heat stroke. Oh, you better get your ass out there, son. Oh, you're gonna fucking faint. Oh, and you're fucking die and catch a heat stroke. And the sun kills a lot of people. And you're overheating. Yeah, I hear all type of shit because they can't do it. They can't handle the heat. Don't do that shit because you can't handle it. Don't talk bad about Christ because Christ connected to the Creator. You ain't connected to God like you supposed to be. You feel me? Don't do that shit because that just shows you the fake from the real and the strong from the weak. Now, I'm not the type to keep on talking about it. While I'm out here enjoying the sun, enjoying the sweat, the detox, the turban on my head to keep me from overheating like a radiator cap keeps a radiator from overheating and gushing out all the water, but containing it, which you can't explain to people because they don't know their body. They only know their body when it comes to the stomach and things they like to eat and when it's time to shit. All that as far as like feeling your body overheating and feeling it cooling off and feeling your nerve endings and stuff and your hair's jumping. A lot of people don't go that deep into their body, so they talk shit because they know I can come out here in this hot sun, in the summer heat, run to the store, come back like it ain't, don't pass out, catch myself when I go to sit down, stand up, take deep breaths, walk back out in it, and flow through it like it ain't nothing. Like I got an built-in radiator with the radiator cap being the turban on my head. A lot of times there be secret jealousy underneath. Then too, I like to say that when people see you hot and sweating, it feel like they hot and they sweating just looking at you. So that even disturbs people, which is a beautiful thing because if I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I'm healthy and a person got a demonic spirit and they're looking at me and they a demon, they're not going to be able to take my presence. They can't take the sweat they see coming off of me that's glistening in the sun. They can't take that golden honey juice, that sweat when it shines like gold in the sun. They can't do it. Sometimes they look at me and they get the hell away from me, man. I'm just hot looking at him. I like that. Get the fuck from around me if you can't take the heat. Any demon can't come around and take the water, sweat, fire, salt, honey, or the sunlight. You ain't got no soul. You're a demon. You can't handle the presence. So as hot as the sun gonna get, as hot as the lake of fire gonna get, it's gonna burn and kill those who not right. It's gonna transform and transfigure and purify and detox those who are right. The sun don't kill everybody. It killed those who got weak souls. There's a lot of ancestors never died in the sun all day. Never died. Heat strokes they never had. Once the DNA got turned down, then the planet started. That's why the planet is healthy when the planet is hot. A dead body is cold. It's not hot. If you can't take the heat, you got to get off the planet. The lake of fire is not only for burning shit, it's for purifying. So for those who can't handle the heat, their soul's not meant to be here. Bottom line, if you're not about that spiritual life and you can't come out in that hot sun, just accept your nature. You can't take the sun. Any planet that got heat and the ether on it gonna be a lot of energy on it. I hear the complaints. I hear the insults. It's hot out there. Heat stroke. You're gonna faint. Oh, don't work. A chosen few mean a chosen few. The chosen fuses in the, you know what I'm saying? The fuse box in your house. Only a chosen few gonna make it, baby. So a lot of ain't gonna be able to take the sun. They can't take the earth heating up. They can't take it. They scared of water. They scared of darkness. They scared of sunlight. Yeah. They scared of salt. You feel me? Yeah, man. So you ain't about that life, don't talk about it, you ain't gonna live it. I'm out here living it. I got the dirt, the soil, barefoot, hot sun, the ground. You feel me? You got to get your body right. Be like Christ on the mountain, transfiguration. His whole body glowed. I get it. The earth, she ain't going nowhere. She gonna still be here, but as she transform, just like our body shed skin, she gonna shed off all the wicked people whose body's not in tune, killing animals. Just don't give a fuck no more. You know what I mean? Hey, back to nature where it's at. Get ready for more solar flares, earthquakes, powerful thunderstorms with lightning bolts, rainbow colors. Get ready. I ain't going nowhere. Ain't but a chosen few. So any friends that's not friends of mine and that sun separating those who got the right DNA and blood and those who impure, it's doing the job on its own. My big brother in the sky doing the separating business. He's separating the fake from the real. Because a lot of our ancestors didn't die coming in the sun. They was in there for hours. Ears ringing, vibrating. Not complaining about how hot it is. You feel me? It's only a chosen few. So, hey, let the rest cry. It ain't too many gonna make it no way. You don't need a whole bunch of people in the White House. Everybody on earth can't fit in the White House. Everybody on the spiritual path is not gonna come to the heavenly pearly gates if they didn't follow the laws and get in tune with earth. Because earth finna be a new earth. That's why it's getting hot. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Be easy. I'm still waiting on mango season. You know, I love the mangoes. And y'all enjoy yourself. As far as the children and the elderly, may God be with y'all. Peace be upon all the children. I have children, teenagers, and all the babies and stuff who don't have their minds contaminated by a lot of the dumbass adults who pulled away from the spirituality. Religions, politics, and sports all cause division. But when you're on the same planet, that's what I'm talking about. I love y'all.